What's going on, everybody? I just want to make a quick video explaining how to invest in real estate, especially for a beginner. Even if you have some experience, sometimes just brushing up on the basics, going back to those fundamentals just to make sure you understand and you're sharpening your skills, what it takes to invest in real estate. So let's start off with step one. Step one's pretty straightforward. You got to figure out exactly where you want to invest, right? What location, what state, what town, what city, right? Do you want to be by the beach? Do you want to be in an urban area? Do you want to do residential? Do you possibly want to do commercial, right? Understanding and researching the location is super important, right? I prefer to recommend your first deal you want to try to invest, especially when it comes to doing multifamilies or flips. You want to do these investments very close by to where you live. You're able to get there if there's an emergency. It's easier to control the process. You know the area, right? It's just easier when things are closer. You could see it, feel it, touch it. It's just less stress on the mind. Number two, super important, and people don't realize this, it's super powerful. When it comes to investing in real estate, the second step you want to do, okay, is you want to get in contact with like as many real estate agents as possible that are local to you. Let them know exactly what you're looking to purchase, okay? Let them know that you're motivated, you're ready to pull the trigger. Let them know that you have your finances ready. Let them know you're willing to pay cash for a property, okay? And I'll explain why you want to say that in the beginning, and I'll go over financing right after. Okay, so when you call these agents, let them know exactly what you're looking for, because agents have the off-market deals, okay? We all have spreadsheets with sellers that reached out to us or we've reached out to them, letting us know that, hey, they want to sell, but they rather do the deal off market. They do not want to post their property online on Zillow, on Realtor. They don't want the whole public to know they're for sale. They are motivated to sell. They're typically distressed properties, okay? And they're willing to sell the property fast, okay? Those deals are only found through real estate agents, okay? We keep those deals to us because we typically send those deals out to investors, okay, that are typically cash heavy, motivated, someone we built a relationship with, someone we want to try to help out, get their first investment property and flip. That spreadsheet is powerful, okay? I have a spreadsheet that I go through basically a couple times a week. We touch up on these leads. We do follow-ups with them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Some of these people have tough situations, right? They might not have equity in the house. The house might need a lot of upgrades. You want to connect with real estate agents and let them know you're motivated and interested in purchasing these properties, okay? Super, super important. Get in front of agents. They have what you're looking for, because the reality is these off-market deals is where you're going to make the biggest profits, okay? You do not want to compete on Zillow. If a house is posted on Zillow, Realtor, it's on the MLS, you're going to compete against a million other people. Well, guess what? They're going to push the price back up. So when you run the numbers, okay, does it make sense to buy this deal? And am I going to be able to flip it, or am I going to be able to buy it and, let's say, rent it out as an investment, a multifamily? Well, typically no, because you're going to have to put down a huge down payment just to kind of get a decent return. And the reality is, when you put down a big chunk of change, especially on multifamilies, you're playing the long game, but you could take that capital that you're putting down and utilize it to purchase other properties. Like, people don't realize that. Like, if you have like 50K, 100K saved up, especially 100K, depending on where you live, why put it all down on one property? Like, spread it out. You can go literally pick up 4 properties with 100K down. You can. And put tenants in them and let them pay the rent. And I'll go into that at some other time in a different video on how to run the math and NOIs and things like that, because financing is a big piece of this. But that's number 3 that I just want to touch up on. Financing. Make sure you get a pre-approval, okay? Call up a lender, try to find a credit union. Don't go with the big banks like Bank of America, Chase, right? It's very difficult to get approved for a mortgage to them. It's very strict underwriting. Try to find a local broker, a mortgage broker. Typically is the best options because they're the ones that are able to get you approved. Look at 203K loans, okay? Great program. They're renovation loans. You'll be surprised how powerful they are. If you're unable to secure strong financing from a big bank or just a bank or credit union in general, and you do come across a deal, okay? A deal is a property where the numbers make sense. It meets all your criterias. You're either going to flip it, okay, to make a profit, or you're going to buy it as an investment property and you're going to put tenants and collect rent every month. What you could do is secure hard money loans. There's plenty of companies out there. They will help you. They will give you the money. The underwriting's a little bit different, and I can make a video about that at some other point, but I don't want to get into specifics on that. It takes too much time to explain it. But yes, there's hard money loans out there because your financing is super important when it comes to these deals, okay? If your financing is strong, whether it's hard money or conventional, and you have a decent chunk of money down, it's going to make life easier because you're able to waive things, waive appraisals, right? Waive inspections, right? You could be flexible on closing, right? You can help the seller by giving them some time to pack their things and move out. So make sure your finances are in order, get pre-approved, secure a hard money lender, even though you might not use them, just have it as a backup, okay? When you speak to a real estate agent, okay, and you're searching for a property to invest in real estate, to flip or to have tenants, you want to make sure your finances are correct. They love that. We love it, okay? It just makes things easier. So now that you understand how the financing works, finding a real estate agent or multiple real estate agents, understanding, researching the location you want to invest in, the last step I would say to help yourself be successful in the beginning is to be dedicated, be prepared, make sure you're okay with getting into it, because this is not like buying a car, guys, right? A car you could buy, get out of it. When you buy real estate, the transaction is a lot slower and it's harder to get out of it or into it, right? There's time in between. There's a lot of moving pieces. So just make sure you cross your T's, do your research, run the numbers, right? You want to make sure you're buying something that is going to make sense financially, right? It's got to give you a return. You cannot buy something that's going to take cash flow out of your pocket. Cash flow is king, guys. Cash flow is king. I hope this video helped you guys out. I wish you good luck on your search. Hopefully you can find a nice property to start off and invest in and make some money. And let me know what you think in the comments.